Hello everyone, my name's Ulyster and welcome back to more Hardcore Minecraft Season 1. I am currently standing on top of the AFK cage for my mob farm because I've made a change to it that I think you should really know about. So the short answer is I have raised this cage itself up by about 60 more blocks compared to where it was before. The reason for that is because I did some reading into things, and apparently mobs despawn once you get 128 blocks away from them. And I went back and double checked, and the actual specifications for this farm stated, that you had to build this up here 100 blocks away from this. And, well, see, I didn't do that. What I did was I built it some 60 blocks away, which, because I didn't know the science behind it, I thought would be okay. But you'll know that when I went back down to kill monsters, there weren't that many in there, in the grand scheme of things. So I was slightly underwhelmed, to be honest, but I didn't know why. But like I said, I looked into it, and mobs despawn when you are 128 blocks away from them. Hostile mobs. Like these horses, that's a cow, well done. That's a horse. These horses here, any kind of neutral mobs won't despawn, they'll stay in the world. But any zombies, any creepers, any skeletons will just vanish from the overworld if you are more than 128 blocks away from them. So I've raised this up by 60 blocks. I counted, and it was only like 90 blocks away from the floor, something like that. So I've raised it up to here, and standing up here now, I am about 130 blocks away from the lowest point from that floor level right there. Which means that, as things currently are, the only place hostile mobs can spawn is in the chamber there, which is exactly what we want. So, if I was to go down there now, even though I've only been here for like a minute or two, if I was to go down there now and have a look at the kill spot, we should see a lot more mobs than we usually do, which makes this whole thing much more worthwhile in doing. It means we get more experience, it means we get more items, I can keep myself in rockets for my elytra a lot easier, and it just makes a lot more sense. So let's just go and have a quick look. Yeah, I'd say that's a massive improvement. Let's just take note of this. I'm currently at level 20, just over halfway through. Let's see what level we are at once we're done here. Okay, we got all the way up to almost level 23. We got all the way to level 23, and they're still just dropping down, which means there's still some left inside there, which is fantastic. And if we look down here, we can see I'm already getting a lot more drops from them than I ever was. I mean, look at all this gunpowder I'm going to have. That's not the only thing that I have done. Now, that's not the only thing that I've done off camera. For one, you're going to notice these two shulker boxes on the floor, but we'll get to that in a second. But one other thing I've done is I went back to the end, because I only had one elytra. And even though you can repair them with phantom membranes, the cost to repair them experience-wise goes up exponentially. And a couple days ago in-game, it was going to cost me 32 levels of experience just to repair them with one membrane, and that was just something I could not really agree with. So I disenchanted it on the grindstone over there. This thing right here. I'll just point to it. This one. I disenchanted it here, which you can do by just putting an item in the top or a bottom. Doesn't matter, then it comes out there. I'll show you what I mean. It would just come out blank. Take away the enchantment, and then it basically resets it back to 0, so you can enchant it again, then it takes it back to requiring, I think, 1 level to repair it. But that gets tedious, and I can't always guarantee that I would get unbreaking every single time. So I went back to the end, and if I can remember which box I put them in, I got myself... Where did I put them? I got myself 2 more Elytra. The reason for this is because it's easier to just give Elytra any enchant and then disenchant it immediately to reset their work level back to 0 than it is to keep enchanting things into books hoping that you get unbreaking at some point. So, these are just some kind of insurance to ensure that I've always got Elytra spare should my main one break. While I was there, I also did some looting, because I went to the end cities to get them, and there are treasure chests in the end cities, obviously, which is where you get some interesting armor, because they have enchants. And as you can see here, I got myself a diamond chestplate with mending on it. I got some diamond leggings with mending on them, and I've also got myself a Fortune 3 Efficiency 5 axe with mending on it. So I'm thinking what I might do at some point is go back and just do a world tour of the end and see if I can just get a full set of armor with mending on. And gear too, if I can. I mean, that's the goal. Although it does kind of mean if I do that, if I get mending on everything by finding it in the end, is there really a need for me to make the trading post I've been talking about before? Because that's like one of the main reasons. Because you can get mending on stuff there. So, we'll see. I mean, it would still be nice to have access to different items and everything else, but yeah. But enough of that. Now on to why I have 2 shulker boxes here. You see, I've kind of figured it's time. It's time that I build my house. Like, not this one, because we've already established that this one's just basically a lost cause at this stage. So I'm going to start over. I'm going to go over here somewhere, and I'm going to build my house, build a brand new house, and I've acquired at least what I think is going to be all the necessary blocks to do it. We have some acacia logs, we have a bunch of stone, some andesite, cobblestone, and some deep slate. And then this box... Oh, okay, this took me a while to get. This is all quartz. This is a shulker box of quartz. I farmed so much to get that, because the design I have requires for a quartz roof and a quartz second floor. So, yeah. I don't know why I do this to myself. In hindsight, probably a horrible idea. But it'll look good. It'll look good. That's the main thing. So yeah, that's what we're gonna do as soon as it's not nighttime anymore. We're gonna start building a house. And with that said, let's go! And just like that, we have a brand new house. And I think we can all agree that it's much better than that over there. Can't we? I mean, this one's had actual effort put into it. That one, well, I mean, I started with putting effort into it, and then I just kind of didn't bother after that. I mean, it still doesn't have a second roof. After, what, 10 episodes? 11 episodes? It's actually a bit ridiculous when you think about it. So, let me give you guys the grand tour. As you can see, the outside here, we have barrels outside, indicating that, I don't know, maybe I'm just lazy with organizing things. We have some nice potted plants on the outside, which is fantastic. Now, the inside isn't finished. I'll be the first to admit that, but it's getting there. We've got 2 more plants here. Technically leaves, but you get the point. With a nice shelf along here that I can utilize later, like maybe putting some actual potted plants on using clay. We've got a table here. We've got a nice chandelier up here. State of the art. Designed by me, of course. I'll be honest, ever since I kind of figured out, or rather learned, not figured out, I learned that you could make chandelier type lights using trapdoors and signs. It's pretty much all I've ever done. We've got a nice comfy sofa next to a warm fireplace. Everyone needs one of those. And this is the library corner right here. You can see we've got a corner sofa here with a... I'm going to call it a footstool. I can't really call it a table, considering this exists. So, a nice footstool there with a nice library and an enchanting table right here, which does go up to level 30. I've planned this exactly. There's exactly 15 bookcases right here. I'll add more to sort of add to the general aesthetic, but there's enough there for level 30 equipment. Then upstairs is basically where I have all my other stuff. We've got the brewing stand here. This chest has, I'd say, all of the supplies, but I only really need those 2 at the moment, let's be honest. And then every other chest is, as you kind of remember, it's just a random mismatch of different things. I do also have a cat. There's another one that's wandered in apparently, but this one isn't mine. That one's just kind of spawned in. But I do have a cat right here. I'm not sure if it's because I built the house as big as I did or whatever. I'm not sure what the rules are for cat spawning, but these only started appearing after I finished the house. Like, put a roof on it and everything. So, yeah, a little bit weird. But as you can see here, I have started actually sorting some stuff out. Like, over here we have... This is the... Whoops. This is the weapon box, full of stuff that's mostly useless, except for the arrows here. Not gonna lie. The armor box, which is full of stuff that's mostly useless. And then we have the food box, which is full of stuff which is entirely useful in some way or another. And as you can see, I've started building up a stock of golden carrots because I'm going to eventually shift over into those instead of using steaks all the time. Then this box over here is my elytra stuff, which currently only consists of 1 elytra, 1 spare elytra, 3 phantom membranes for repairing purposes, and then any excess fireworks that I currently have. And then we have over here, we have the anvil, the grinder? Is that what it's called? I'm curious. Is that actually what it's called? Is it the grinding? I think it's the grinding stone. Grind. Yeah, there it is. Grindstone. All right. The grindstone and the buzzsaw stone cutter. I think it's actually called the stone cutter, not the buzzsaw, but it is a buzzsaw. Let's be honest. There is one more thing I need to add to this collection because I used a lot of quartz. I used a lot of quartz to make this house, and at the time, I kind of bemoaned that fact, because, well, you didn't see it in the video, but I ran out a couple times, and I had to go back into the nether and mine some more to finish the house, finish the roof, and I was kind of annoyed at that at the time, but I had the genius idea of digging for quartz at a lower level in the nether. Not just the surface stuff, but, you know, going further underground. And as a result of that, I hope this is the right box. It is. I managed to find myself some ancient debris, which means I can get myself some netherite armor. However, first I need to smelt it, and then I'm going to need an upgrade table. And it's at this point I realized I don't know what it's actually called. Is it the it's not the blacksmith, is it? It's something smith. Oh, there we go. Smithing table. Yeah, it's exactly that. So I need 4 planks and 2 iron ingots. Do I have enough iron ingots? Let me think about this for a second. I have an iron farm outside. Yes, I do. Now, where are my planks? I got 2 here. Can I mix and match, or do they have to be 4 of the same? You know what? That'll do. That'll do. That will do. So it was 2 iron ingots at the top, and then let's try mixing and matching and see what happens. Oh, you can. All right. Let's not, though, because I mean, it doesn't make a difference, to be fair, but still, let's keep things I was going to say normal, but it's not quite the word I was going for. So that's the upgrade table we currently have, but first we need to smelt down the ancient debris. And you might have noticed I've made kind of an auto smelter here. So what happens is I put what I want to smelt up in this chest up here, and then the hoppers feed it down into both of these furnaces at the same time. And then once it's done, the hoppers here send the results into this box, because you'll see that nothing will get stored here in either of them. Nothing gets stored here. It instantly vanishes like that, and everything ends up here. And it's great because with the hopper system, you can throw in several different things, and it won't feed it into the I've got any cobblestone here to show you. I've got some cobblestone. Where's the cobblestone? Ah, right here. Right here. So if I put this cobblestone up in the top, it feeds it into the hopper, but because it's still working on the ancient debris, it just holds it. And then once that's done, it just drops the cobblestone right in. And I love this system. It's very simple to set up, and I do kind of want to do more with it. Like, I don't want to have it here. Eventually, I want to end up with like an underground system, so it kind of, you put, like, the chest will be here, essentially. Then it just kind of feeds down through the ceiling here, down here, into the basement. Then that's where I'd end up sorting things. But for now, it's a system that works well, and I do like it because of how simple it is. So the cobblestone's gone from there. It's now being smelted, and there we go. Netherite scraps are done. Stone's also being done. We are good to go. Alright, so how do I make this ingot? How do I make this netherite ingot? I need gold. And wait, it's 4 scraps for 1... Wait, how many ingots do I need for upgrade each thing? How many ingots do I need? Do I need twice as many as what I currently have? And do I have gold? Do I have... Well, I got 17. Is that enough? Or do I need to go and... We're fine. We're okay. It's fine. I got plenty of gold, it turns out. Also, yeah, plenty of iron. The iron farm, paying dividends right now. Paying dividends. So I need to go back to here. And I'll just make as many as I can, which is 3. I can make 3. I'm 1 short of a 4th one. Okay. Right, so how does this work? What do I want to upgrade first? I think we got to do the chest piece, surely, haven't we? We've got to do the chest piece. It'd be weird if we don't. It's already there. So, is it just 1 piece? It is just 1 piece. Oh, excellent. This is fine. And it also means that I can do the same with the mending legs. Honestly, this is the best idea. Because by upgrading the gear that I have mending on, I don't need to improve these at any point. Mending is arguably the best enchant you can get for armor, and I don't have it on these two yet, so putting netherite on these two, while useful in regards to like protecting me and stuff, I really need to have mending on them first, if that makes sense. Because then I can keep them forever. And I think it's easier to get diamonds to repair them than it is to get netherite, so yeah. This does leave me with one piece of netherite ingot left. And the question is, what do I upgrade? The pickaxe, the axe, or the sword? I think it has to be the sword, doesn't it? It has to be the sword. There we go. I'm only one netherite scrap away from being able to upgrade another piece, so that's not too bad. Let's put that gold in there so I know that I can use it together. That's perfect, that's perfect. There's still something that I have yet to do. And that is sort out the farm system over here, because we don't currently have one. We don't currently have one. I haven't built it yet. So we're going to go ahead and deal with that. Not going to lie, I'm not even sure where to put the farm area in this zone. I could put it behind the house, that's the obvious one. But I kind of want to put it off to the side as well. At least for the crops, I don't know. Putting it at the back does make more sense, in all honesty. Plus we got some pumpkins here already, apparently, which is nice. I mean, I could put the crops here and then put the animals at the back, because they're going to need more space, aren't they, overall? Yeah, I think we'll do that. We'll put the crops to the side. This is perfect. Now just plan this all out. I should have already brought some fences with me because I want to do this properly. I don't want to just have them out in the open where anyone can potentially come along and just steal them. No, I want to do this properly. So if this is the side of a house, then we want to fence it off from this point, don't we? Thinking about it, I do need some gates, but we can do that later. We can do that way later. So we can come up to about here. I mean, sure, people can just walk over here, but this is an oversight that we can correct later. It's another cat. This is now cat country. I live in cat country, and I'm okay with this. So let me think. We need to just swap that out for a second. All right, so if we start here. I don't want to start too close to the fence, but we could start maybe there. That'll work, wouldn't it? That'll work. Then we could just have... Oh, right, there's no water. Alright, that's fine. So we can have... Wait, if I do that, can I then... Oh, you can. Awesome, awesome. But you can't go back the other way. It'll fix stuff, that's fine. So we could have... 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. What did I have over there? Was it a 5? It was, wasn't it? So let's go to a 7. Because I think that might be slightly better. Farm successfully hoed, I guess. Now to just get all the necessary seeds and components, and then we're good to go. And here we have the humble beginnings of our brand new farm. We have the completed fields of wheat and carrots, and the admittedly barely begun field of potatoes. But it's fine, because that won't take too long at all to fill out. And once we get everything else sorted here, this is going to look really good. Once I get the animals moved across to this area at the back here... I'm going to have to chop this tree down. I think I might need to get some more dirt and kind of level this area off, say goodbye to the pumpkins. We've got horses as well, I keep forgetting, so I'll need to make some stables. And then we can just go from there. I can move the cows and the sheep and the pigs to behind the house here. Might need to actually put a window into one of these so I can keep an eye on them. And I think that'll be golden. This is starting to take shape really quickly all of a sudden. And I'm liking this. I'm liking this. There is one thing I'm going to have to do at some point in the future, though, because I think I've said this before, I can't remember. But I want to make this into an actual village. I want to turn this entire area into a custom-built village. Because I was thinking, with the layout of the land, especially this bit over here, I could easily build some kind of lumber mill over in this direction, over here by the forest. I could build like a small fishing kind of thing out by the river here. And I could just put plenty of houses around the outside. This would be like the main house. I guess you could say the mayor of the town would live here. If you're going for like story purposes. Like, I mean, it is... You can't build a village where every house is like this. I mean, you can, but I'm not mining for that much quartz ever again. But, you know, just have, like, smaller houses around the outside kind of thing. Have this be the grand house or something. Which does mean that I'd have to move the iron farm because that would just ruin the aesthetic. You know, I'd have to put this up into the sky kind of thing. Like, really on par with, like, up to about there or something. I don't know. I'd have to move this as well, which I'm not looking forward to, but it would have to go. Basically, I'm just making a ton of work for myself, for reasons of lore, I guess, reasons of story purposes. But it's fine, it's fine. It's the kind of thing that I'm okay with doing, because for one, it'll give me practice for building anyway. Like, as I build the houses, I'll get better at it. As I build the lumber mill, I'll learn new tricks, that kind of thing. And it's not like I'm getting rid of this entirely, I'm just going to be moving it some, I don't know, 100 blocks in that direction maybe. Or maybe I'll just move up into the sky along with the iron farm. Because now that I've got the elytra, I can just fly up here, you know? I don't need the ladders so much. But yeah, that's what I'll be doing. Which is going to take a while to do, but I've got other things I can do whilst I'm doing all of that, you know? Like, I've still got to go and find an ocean monument and fight the Guardians. I've still got to do some other stuff. In fact, let's go have a look and see what it is I gotta do. Because I gotta go in and destroy some boards anyway. I've done a couple of things on my to-do list since I last checked it. So we can get rid of those. Fort Wither. Renovate house area. Haven't done. But yeah, I've just got 4 things left to do on my to-do list. Trading center, I can kind of do piece by piece, thinking about it. I don't need to do the whole thing at once. Like, my main concern is getting the mending enchant, and I can just make librarians for that until I get the one I want. So that's fine. I'll need to do that anyway when I move it. Sort the storage system. I'm going to be doing that when I sort out the basement area of the house. So we are making progress. That is where we are going to be ending things for this episode. We've done quite a lot in this video. We've built an entire new house. We've started our new farm area. And we have netherite armor now. What I might do off camera, actually, is go back into the nether to see if I can get a full set of gear of netherite. But again, I kind of want to wait until I have mending for my headpiece, for my helmet, and for my boots. Because then I've got the full set, and once I have mending on everything, I won't need to repair them ever again. And that's fantastic. After that, I just need to get mending on the elytra, and then we're done, we're golden. It's just going to be a case of getting the best enchants on them. But yes, that's going to be the end of this episode for now. I hope you've enjoyed this, thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.